Hey all, I just got asked a great question in one of my comments on my latest video where I show you not only my delicious lunch, but just how inexpensive it was to order it and have it delivered here in China. Now, this great viewer asked if I could break down the actual ordering process, what app I used, how I selected the restaurant, how I looked at the menu, how I ordered, and how I paid. Well, that's a great idea. Let me show you. All right, so this is the main page of my phone. And as you can see, I've got quite a few Chinese apps on here. I've got Baidu Translate, which is really helpful. I've got Baidu Maps. I've got Didi for ordering vehicles. I've got Meituan for ordering hot food and other services. Next to that is the Little Elephant, which is an amazing grocery delivery service that will bring you fresh groceries in 20 minutes or less. And then I've got Taobao and JD.com for literally ordering everything else in the known universe. I'm not kidding. I can find almost everything there, even stuff that would be considered imported or rare even 5 years ago. But that's not what we're here to look at today. Today we're going to look at the bottom right-hand corner, and that is, of course, WeChat, the multi-purpose everything app in China. So I'm going to click that. And as you can see, it opens to my main chat page. We've got chats, contacts, discover, and me. And to get to the services that I want, I would simply scroll down from the top, dragging my finger, and this brings up an enormous wealth of services, right? You can get music, you can get audio at the top, and if you see the little yellow rabbit, that is the Meituan food delivery service that we're going to be looking at right now. Now, 2 spots over is also another Meituan app, but in there, that's the main Meituan app. You can order a bunch of different services, including next day delivery on groceries, which is even cheaper. That one is insane. But for right now, let's take a look at the cute little yellow rabbit. So when I click that open, it is going to give me options upon options upon options. Now, if I just look at the main page here and scroll down, it's going to just show me either restaurants that I've ordered in the past or recommendations for restaurants that are not too far away or are the same kinds of foods that I've ordered before. And it is huge, the number of options available. And if you look on the right hand side for each of the restaurants, it will give you the time or the suggested time of delivery and the distance. For example, this one at the top here, this little Hello 2025 restaurant, it gives a rating of 4.5 stars, which is good. And it's 40-minute wait for 3.4 kilometers. So if you're willing to wait that long for your delivery, that would be a decent choice. However, if you want to find something closer, the restaurant directly below it would be 2.8 kilometers away and 36 minutes, etc. So you can scroll through and basically find everything you need. There is a wealth of different options available. Since it is currently early in the morning here, a lot of these options will be breakfast foods. But of course, you can see that you can order groceries through here. You can order cakes and desserts through here. All manner of different things. Now, at the very bottom of the screen, you've got some other options as well. I'm going to skip to the top again. If you click the next button over on the bottom, this will be coupons and deals. So if you look through this area, you can find different coupons, different deals that are going on. For example, McDonald's, you can get a sausage McMuffin with a hash brown and a black coffee for 17.7 renminbi, so just about $3. Canadian, even cheaper in America. If you wanted a sausage McMuffin with eggs, then it would be 16 renminbi, just the sausage muffin by itself, 11, etc. And you can scroll through and find different discounts and deals being offered by different restaurants. If you click the next button over, this is going to show you your history, restaurants you have ordered from in the past and what you ordered. So if you wanted to order the same thing, you thought something was great, you could go back and order again. For example, this item at the top here is a tofu wrap with a bunch of different things inside. Freaking delicious, but be careful. It's also incredibly spicy. And then the next button over is your settings, and it will show you the different orders you've made, the different coupons you have available, etc. Basically your account information. You can update your addresses because you can have this delivered anywhere. It doesn't have to be just to your home. You can have it delivered to work. You can have it delivered to a hotel room if you're staying in a hotel. It doesn't really matter, and it basically gives you all the options. But the main page I want to look at is this one, where we have our different foods, right? So we have our top recommendations right here. But if we look at the top here, we have different categories. For example, this category is meals. And you can look at Chinese meals, Western meals. Do you want light meals, heavy meals? Do you want bento boxes, rice, noodles, etc.? So this will give you a lot of options. And this is all generally bigger meals. Whereas the next option is desserts. So here you can find cakes and cookies, coffees, bubble teas, things of this nature. There aren't a ton of options right now because it is currently the morning time, so the dessert shops may not be open so much. But as you can see, there are a lot of coffee options in China these days. The next category over is groceries. So if you wanted to order some actual food, bottled water, drinks, snacks, fruit, you name it. There is just an enormous selection of different foods. And once again, you can choose categories from the top. You can have convenience foods, you can have vegetables, fruit, you can have flour delivery, snacks, drinks, alcohol, household items, etc., even makeup and electronics. And this would all be instant delivery. The next category over will be more healthy options, fruits and vegetables, things like that, from different smaller retailers. So you can have the delivery driver go pick up fruits or vegetables or things from different stores if you didn't want to get it from the specific Meituan location. You can get medicines. If you have a cold, if you're sick, you can't make it to the pharmacy, you can absolutely have Meituan go to the pharmacy and pick up your medicines for you, as long as it's not something that would require a prescription from a doctor, of course, etc. So as you can see, there are a ton of different options. So let me show you how the ordering process works. Let's say I'm in the mood for a burger, because who isn't in the mood for a burger these days? China has so many great burger options. So I'm going to choose this top option here. And wow, let's take a look at what we've got. So we can just scroll through this main page here, and it's going to show me all the options. There are different sets. You can have a choice of burgers with some chicken wings, some fries, a couple sets of Coke. So this particular set here that's at the top is 38.8 renminbi. So that'd be about, let's say, $8 Canadian, $6 American. And with that, you'd get 2 chicken burgers, you'd get some chicken wings, some French fries, and 2 drinks. So quite a bit of food for that price. And you can just scroll through here, and it is a very large list of food. Now, if you did not want to scroll through the entire list, on the left-hand side, there are other options. On the top is the top choices, the recommendations. The next option are the popular choices. These are ones that people order the most. Below that is the Shaochi, meaning the smaller items, the snacks. So this is where you'll get the individual orders like French fries, chicken wings, drumsticks, skewers, etc. Just the different type snacky foods. Below that, it will break it down specifically into chicken, Below that, it's going to show you noodles, because you can also get noodles from this particular restaurant. Below that, the more combination offers, for example, noodles and a chicken patty, noodles and nuggets and sausages, etc. Below that, burgers and burger-like foods, sandwiches, etc. If you keep scrolling down, you'll get the coupon items, the discount items, whatever's on sale. So this particular category, if you order a certain amount, you can get an order of chicken nuggets for 5 Mao, which is 10 cents, etc. So these are special deals. And below that, we have drinks. Now, you can find all of these options simply by scrolling through the enormous list, but it is an enormous list. So if you want, you can go directly to the categories that you prefer. So let's go way up to the top here and say that this first deal here looks really good. The chicken burger, the drink, the chicken nuggets, the wrap. So I'm going to click on it and see what we've got. Now in this one, we're going to be given an option of items, right? So we have 5 different items to choose from. So if I want to place this order, I'm going to click the yellow button with the plus sign on it. And this is where we get to make our options. So our first option is going to be just the chicken wrap. However, if we scroll, we can see that instead of just the chicken burger, if we add 2 renminbi, we can get the shrimp burger. If we add 2 renminbi here, we can get the double beef burger. Ooh, that looks good. Or adding 1 renminbi, we can get the fish burger. Let's say I wanted the double beef burger, because that does look good. Then I scroll down to my next option here, and I have the taro balls, the chicken nuggets, the taro pie. I could get chicken skewers. I could get these are little milk balls. They're actually really good. And then we have the chicken breast little nuggets or the chicken wings. So I'm going to say that I want the taro balls. Okay, and then we choose a drink. If we just want a regular old Pepsi, it's 0 renminbi extra. If we want the Pepsi with lemon, it's 1 renminbi more. If we want bubble tea with red beans, it would be 2. Let's say we wanted that. All right. Oh, I didn't select one. Oh, I have to select 2 for the snacks. That's why it's showing a 0. So let's say I want the chicken nuggets and the taro balls. Perfect. So now I've got a grand total price of 32.8 renminbi, which is discounted already from 46. Now that I've made my options, I would click the yellow button once again, and that's going to have me confirm. Now it is 32.8 instead of 28.8 because I added some higher priced options. So I would click once again the yellow button, and that's going to bring up the confirmation. Now here it will confirm my address. I can change that address to a different address. For example, if I'm in a hotel, I can have it delivered there. If I'm at work, I can have it delivered there. If I'm at my friend's house, I can have it delivered there. That is no problem at all. It's going to tell me the expected time of delivery, 10:49 to 11:04. If I scroll down further, it's going to verify the foods that I ordered. Now there is a 1 renminbi packaging fee, and they do charge a 3 renminbi delivery fee on this particular order because it is some distance, but they're also offering a 1 renminbi discount. So all told, for the packaging and the delivery fee, it's 4 renminbi, which would be 80 cents Canadian or 50 cents American. Not too bad. I consider that to be perfectly reasonable. Now, with all the other discounts and everything else, the grand total price would be 35.8 renminbi, so $7 Canadian, $5 American. And that is for a hamburger, a wrap, the nuggets, the taro balls, and a drink. And these are upgraded items as well. So now when I've decided that it's time to go, I click the yellow button once again. And this is going to bring up the payment window where it's going to say, hey, do you want to use your bank card to pay for this? Now, all I would do is click the pay button at this point, and my fingerprint verification, and the order would be done. Now, I'm not going to order this food right now because I'm not hungry at the moment, so I just wanted to show the process. So at this point, I would click the X to cancel out, and then I would have the option to go back and change the order or do anything else. However, that is the process for ordering food in China. It's not difficult whatsoever. There are so many different options, as you can see, when it comes to the restaurants, the styles of food. It gives you the options of how far away the restaurant is. You can pick a specific restaurant if there's one that you like. You can look at your history. You can look for coupons. It is unbelievable. So, had I been interested in getting that burger and that meal, it would have cost me $7 Canadian, $5 American, delivered to my door in a very reasonable amount of time. And once the driver arrived, once again, there's no additional charges. What you pay through the app is all you pay. He will not say there's this service charge, there's this delivery fee, and there's no tip. So there you go. I hope that it was interesting and outlined the process of how to order all these delicious foods in China. If you have any other ideas about videos you'd like to see about life in China, by all means let me know. I'd be happy to share. But for now, I'm going to say 再见, and we will see you in the next video.